Hi, this is Pat Walker at Mission Winners.
A lot of people really get wrapped into charts and they look at it and say, oh, look at this, look at this. And we need to step back and really think what charts are showing us. What are they showing us? They are a reflection, a representation of buying and selling decisions by investors. How is it reflected? Price bars combined with volume. And it's really important to combine both together to make a better investing decision. A lot of people really don't talk too much about this. We do that at Mission Winners. It gives us an edge over other people. And I think that's important. And that's not an ego situation. It just allows us to be more specific and precise in our analysis, a better understanding of the charts, which helps us make better decisions. So we're looking at TAN. It runs up. This is a solar ETF. Runs up and then pulls back. Look at this bar. Look at the volume pickup on this bar. All right? And then you get this bar down on heavy volume, falling below the 8-period exponential moving average and the 21 EMA. You think we're the only people in the world that know about these moving averages? No, everybody does. And they monitor them. Note the nice trend up the 8 EMA. And then finally, when it loses it, they voted. They sold. And it comes down to, and what's the other moving average that everybody knows? The 50-day. That's the green line. The 50-day moving average, simple. Notice what it does. Drops down, closes in the top part of its range, bouncing off the 50-day. It found support. The next day, right here, you see that bar? An inside bar on less volume. Relatively constructive. Not that bad at all. Now look at this bar here. Goes up on low volume, down on low volume. Goes up on low volume, resting right on what? The 21 EMA. And then it starts to march up again. And isn't it intriguing? Volume comes into it. Again, I cite this fact. Everybody knows about the 8 EMA. Everybody knows about the 20 or the 21 EMA or 21 or 20 simple. They use it. We use it too. Goes up, pulls back. And now look at this bar. You can say, Pat, that's a red bar on a pickup in volume. That's a bad bar. I'm going to show you something here that will help you. I'm going to enlarge this. This bar right here, it gaps down. Do you see the open? Let's make it even bigger. See it gap down? Drops down, falls, and reverses, and closes near the highs, or right at the highs, on a slight volume pickup. This is a constructive bar. And lo and behold, what was it bouncing off of? It was bouncing off the 21 EMA. There it is again. The next day, support at the 21 EMA. The next day, it gaps up, runs up, and reverses down. But you want to see something really interesting? And volume was just average. Note this. I'll draw it for you. There you go. Highs right in here. Clusters of highs right here. Touches the high right here. Just to show you how specific this is, the high on this bar is 57.60. The high on this bar is 57.69. 9 cents difference. You think we're the only people in the world that know about trend lines and trend line analysis and simple? No, other people do. And we use it at Mission Winners. It helps us. And I hope it helps you too. Charts. You think there were people that bought this up here and got stuck? Consider this, folks. There were people that bought it up here. How do I know it? Because price went up there. And then it falls and they get their butts kicked. And then what happens? It comes right back and look at where it stops. Right back at the old highs. Who do you think's selling there? Who do you think? People that bought it back here, that watched it go to here and didn't sell and fall? You think those were some of the people? Yeah. That sold here? You think there were people that bought it here, watched it fall here, go up to here, and say, thank God, Doris, I'm back at break even, I can get out. And they do. And then it gaps down, massages itself around. This bar right here rallies, gaps up, runs up, and lo and behold, where does it stop? I'll be darned, right at the white line. Gee whiz. Drops down on a pickup in volume. But now note this. Look at this price bar. And I'm going to make it bigger for you to help you. See that bar? There's the open. It gapped down versus the previous day's close, right? It gaps down, it falls. Oh gosh, what did it bounce off of? God, what is that again? Oh yeah, the 21 exponential moving average. It falls and bounces right off the dang thing. It closes above where it opens. That's power. So it does this, bounces off the 21, lifts up. Now tell me about this bar. You can say, boy, that is a great bar, Pat. Is it? Price-wise, it's a great bar. But how about volume? Not a lot of conviction. And where does it stop, as I stated? Right at the white line. Do you think other people saw this base, though? You're darn right they did. And what's it do? It gaps above that line on a big pickup in volume. On this bar, the stock did 728,000 shares. And on this bar, almost 1.5 million. Double. Volume on this bar, double this bar. And that's the igniting bar right there. Gaps up, and it's off to the races. And look at what it does. It just rallies and rallies and rallies. Now check this out. Big bar right here. Gaps up. Note the high. This is an emotional bar, folks. Look at this. On this bar, all right, closes near its highs here, but it's only started to make a move. Gaps down and closes up versus the close, versus the open. See? Next bar, it gaps up, closes near the highs on good volume. The next bar gaps up, meanders around, decent volume, goes up. This bar right here gaps up and closes down on the heaviest volume of the entire move. You think there were sellers there? It shows us there's sellers there. Who was selling? Well, the people that probably bought it down here, the people that bought it through this trend right here, said, I'm taking some profits. The next bar, what does it do? This is a great lesson. Gaps down and reverses and closes up. See that green bar? Closes up. Volume was good, but was it as good as that bar, volume-wise? No. There's a valuable lesson. The next bar, it gaps up and closes down on another pickup in volume versus the up bar. Always combine price and volume action in your analysis. You will be light years ahead of the competition. It meanders, it goes up on low volume, goes up on low volume, drops down again on a pickup in volume. Finds support, see that? Finds support on the ADMA. The next bar, it gaps up and closes down a little bit on about the same volume, support at the EMA. And then it starts to pick up again. Look at this. Gaps up just a hair and closes up, bouncing off the ADMA. That's good. Volume was a little bit less. The next day, gaps up, that's yesterday, gaps up and closes near the highs on a good volume pickup. But what's the one red flag here that we have to watch for? Look at this bar. Good volume, but in relation to this down volume bar and this down volume bar, it ain't so good. What does it tell you? It doesn't say sell. It says, hey, you might want to watch me. You just might want to watch me and see what happens. And then today, opens down just a bit versus the close and drops on heavy selling volume. Do you think there were people that studied this and knew this, that this wasn't that powerful, started to do this and said, hey, I'm taking more gains? Yes, that's chart analysis. Is it fancy? No. Is it looking at oscillators? No. Is it forecasting? No. It's just letting price and volume tell you what to do. Combine both together. and you will be light years ahead of other people. It's what we do in Mission Winners. Nothing fancy here, folks. Nothing. Open, high, low, close, and volume, bar by bar. That's sweet. That's what we're after. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Just a better understanding of charts. I was an IBD Meetup co-leader for 12 years. I was on the big stage talking about this every month in the auditorium, just explaining things to give people an edge.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.